Hey guys, welcome back to. Oh yeah, wait. Well, there you go. We won. We won the Stanley Cup, boys. Should be a little bit more excited, but I kind of forgot what video I was recording. We won the Stanley Cup, yay! Yeah, we won the Stanley Cup. I was super excited. Uh, I was kind of disappointed though, because I was trying to pause the simulation, but it didn't pause. I was trying to get into the game to actually get into the the actual gameplay of it, but I couldn't do it, which was kind of disappointing. But you're gonna see the goals here. Then I think I put it down before I cut it out or something. I don't know. Alright, well there you go. So your Ottawa Senators, the contenders, or what were we? I think I go to team management here, maybe. I can't remember what we were. We were something. We were either below contenders or contenders. So we freaking won, boys. We freaking won, boys. Which is really awesome, to be honest. I wanted to just look at the playoff tree here, which I'm pretty sure I cut down a little bit, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I didn't, actually, because I think I wanted to go through everything. So, going from the Western is, I think, what I went with first. The Winnipeg Jets defeated the Nashville Predators 4-0, and as I said in the original recording, the Winnipeg Jets won the first 3 games 1-0, and then I think they won in the 4th game 4-1 or something. Chicago won 4-2. Calgary won 4-3. 4-2. Again, the quality isn't the greatest. Anaheim. Oh no, yeah. Okay, no, never mind. I thought I said Vancouver for a second. Anaheim defeated Minnesota 4-3. Chicago beat my Jets 4-1. Calgary defeated Anaheim 4-2. And then Calgary lost to Chicago 4-1. To the East, Washington defeated New York. New York blew a 3-1 lead to Washington. Carolina beat Philadelphia 4-3. Your Ottawa Senators swept Buffalo. Pittsburgh beat Tampa in 6. Washington beat Carolina in 6. Your Ottawa Senators beat Pittsburgh 4-1. And then we beat the Capitals 4-2. And then obviously en route to the Stanley Cup Finals, we beat Chicago 4-2. So this is gonna go on for a little bit more, but as I think I say in this, our draft picks aren't gonna be that good as for our first, because I don't know what Vegas is gonna be as of this point. Obviously, I know now. But both Ottawa and Chicago making the finals means that our picks are going to be 30th and 31st, which is fine. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. I mean, actually, that is literally the worst thing, but it's not truly terrible. And then I go back into it because I wanted to check out the AHL and see what happened there. And it wasn't done. Hartford and the Barracudas were still in there. And then I just want to see where we ended up. And 41-37-4, not a horrible record. Definitely could have been better, but we did take Logan Brown off that team. Marian Gaborik as well, so And then I kind of just make a point of like, hey, EA, can we make the switch from AHL to NHL a little bit faster? Like, come on, guys. Is it really that hard? Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't program stuff. But I wanted to, yeah, so as you can see, Hartford won the Calder, and look at that. Your Ottawa Senators with the Stanley Cup. So we've already achieved our goal, but of course this is a 5-year sim, so I'm going to try to make sure that we win a second, hopefully, maybe even a third. I don't want to get too carried away with myself, so maybe even a fourth. Of course, 4 is the farthest we can go. So Ottawa wins, St. Louis the previous year. And again, I mentioned this, Tampa Bay wins, but they continue the tradition of the President's Trophy winning team not winning the cup. Clarence obviously goes to Chicago, and Prince of Wales obviously will go to your Ottawa Senators. So, it goes back to the Stanley Cup goes back to the West, or sorry, the East. I mean. Also, as of the recording of this voiceover, Connor Hellebuyck and the Winnipeg Jets defeated the the New Jersey Devils. So Connor Hellebuyck has now gotten the franchise record for wins. Nikita Kucherov gets the Art Ross. Nikita Kucherov gets the Hart. John Klingberg with the Norris. Granny Smith with the Lady Bean. Calder goes to Nylander. And that's something that I was kind of messing up on. Carter Hutton wins it for the second straight year. Conn Smythe. I was messing up the Conn Smythe for the Calder for a little bit in the in that last session, and then I actually was calling it the Calder again this session. But I kind of corrected myself here because then it obviously shows. But Lundqvist, back-to-back years. Brian Elliott with the William M. Brendan Dillon there with the Masterton. Jordan Stahl with the Frank J. Nikita with the Ted Lindsay and Maurice Richard. Who else but Ovechkin? Just always Ovechkin. And yeah, I go back to Carter Hutton because you gotta give it to him, right? Leads both teams to the cup. Then I look at I think the entire league, for points and defense and goalies. So Kane ended off with 39 points. Incredible. Saad with the most plus, at least. And the first page here is all Capitals, Blackhawks, and Senators, which is kind of crazy. Hello, Carly. My dog is making a nice guest appearance. Okay. I thought we were a defenseman. Yeah, there we were. Now we're a defenseman. And John Carlson with the most points with 15, and then Miller, Brody. So anybody saying Miller was a bad pickup, he was a +7 with 11 points. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Right wingers obviously Kane. Left wings, obviously Saad, Ovechkin, Nash. Centers, Taves, Backstrom, Monahan, Kuznetsov, Brizard. We got Peugeot and Brown down there, the Brinkat. Then I go to goalies. And Hutton, obviously, with the most wins. And then I go down because I see Anderson's down there. And I'm like, wait, he got 2 wins. That makes no sense. But I guess EA kind of screwed up and gave both Hutton and Anderson a win for the same game. 4 losses and an overtime loss for Hutton. 2 shutouts. Anderson also had a shutout. And then I look at, the most games played, and Hutton had the best. I was saying oh well, Hellebuyck and Elliott played 20 games, theirs probably would have been lower than Hutton. And I also like see like Hellebuck's like an 88 overall goaltender or something. It's pretty crazy. And then I was like, oh, Andre Pavlik, former Jet, still suck. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Carter Hutton again, best goals against. Just incredible how just good Carter Hutton played as an undrafted goaltender, undrafted player. Just incredible. 83 overall. Just absolutely tearing it up. And now I think we're going to go to the draft. Yeah. Okay. My dog just kind of whined there. I guess I could have cut this out a little bit. So as you can see, Ottawa 11th. So Vegas finished a not so favorable spot for us. Retired players. I kind of cut some of this off because when we get like all the way down to the end, doesn't really matter. No injuries for your Ottawa Senators though, but Jerome McGinley, he gone. Ribeiro gone. Cullen, Marian Gaborik. So he actually did retire. Well, we got a 7 for him, so whatever. Vermette, Burroughs, Lupul, Franzen. Bunch of guys. You can pause it here because it's going to go. Alright, there you go. Going goalies. Nicholas Backstrom, Peter Budaj, McElhaney, Gabe. That's pretty much that. I mean, Michael Layton's down there, but that's about that. That I really wanted to show. The goalies, there wasn't much, and totally not trading Komarov, so get him out of there. I wanted to go check our draft picks just to make sure we did have what we had, and I look at Mark Stone, and he's a 90 overall now, so he is an exact elite 90 overall for $6 million or whatever he's getting paid for like the next 3 years. That's pretty damn good, I have to say. What's up, Carly? You want to go on the bed? Yes, no, maybe so. All right. And Colin White's an 83 overall, and I saw that his contract was up, but here we go. I'm looking at all the contracts that I have up, and really Colin White is the only one that's a bad contract, right? That I would need to like sign him to like the big money. But other than that, there weren't any really other bad contracts that I would need to like sign. Obviously, Anderson and Hutton, they're still locked up. Hutton's obviously locked up until the end, and now he's an 84 overall. So obviously Hutton's fine. Anderson, he's 38, so he'll probably retire at the end of next year. And even then, I could decide to trade him, but I don't exactly know if that's what I'm going to do with him. I haven't, at the end of this session, I didn't even get past the first day of free agency, so I'm still on the first day of free agency. I tried to pose a question. Jeez, Carly, what the brown? I tried to pose a question to you guys, like, hey, what should I do? But I think I kind of have an idea of what I want to do anyway in free agency. So, I just put Chicago's first. I think I put ours as well. Yeah. I don't think I put the Golden Knights one up. Okay, I did. I couldn't remember not. But other than that, yeah, we just go into the draft now. I think I did something else there, but I cut it out because it was just taking a little bit too much time, and I just didn't want to show much of that. So I noticed that the Kings had put Muzzin on the trading block, and I also had your Ottawa Senators winning the cup. So I decided to see because I obviously the Ottawa and Chicago draft picks were like the Like the Ottawa draft pick was higher on the trade block. So I was like, that makes no sense. And then I looked there and it was exactly the same. So I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. So there goes Caffrey at 79 overall, medium elite. Kind of sucks that we didn't get him. But still some more elite players, still some good players still left. So I was debating on whether or not I should actually try to trade up for one of these guys, but I didn't really want to scum it that much. And I didn't really have anybody I would have really wanted to trade. Regardless, I'm not trading Miller. I'm not trading CC. I could have traded Thomas Chabot, and maybe I will do that later, but as for this video, we're nearing its end, so I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys in like maybe 5 seconds here or something. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Fade away.